beautiful experience, with these lead pastors, the Mugishas of Community Life Church. And then we are talking love and relationship at a very young age, an age where all of you, inclusive of me, we all were scared to actually even start something going on. And here is a young man focused at this beautiful girl in church. Same time, like, you know what, this is it. Oh no, I want to be honest and confess, that was my kind of food. I wasn't that focused for any girl. I was very divided. My attention was divided with a lot of things. And marriage was one of the things that was far away from me. And even, and then here you are, you see this girl, you go visit, so you come back. So how do you pop it out?
You mean the proposal?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how do you like?
Now that's very interesting. So I actually proposed when I'm going to step into university.
I
put my proposal out. But our proposals were not these proposals of Bimulaba these days. You know, the lake, close your eyes, the petals. What I see these days,
cakes,
my goodness.
What
I did for me is, after those years, 3 years of 3 or 4 years of just
studying, you're graduating out.
Katindi sure. I'd never told her anything.
Yeah.
I'd never told anybody anything.
Wow.
Now I am sure that this is the person. Because the other thing I did not want to do, I did not want, number one, to leave a bad story behind. Because many people leave very many bad stories behind.
Yeah, true.
You have so many girls, they are talking about you. So I did not want to leave a bad story behind, having young ladies saying that guy,
yeah.
And I can tell you here, we are on air. There is nobody who can ever come out and say Namukwana.
I'm like you. I'm like you. Nange, Sirina.
I'm not alone.
Masanyu nyina be man.
Ekitonde kijja. Byomanyi bikadde.
You're not any creature.
By the way, that is very important. There is nothing as disturbing. I'm speaking to people out there that are watching us, and you have many body counts, you have many exes. There's nothing as disturbing as landing on the right person, the right woman that you want to spend the rest of your life with. But every time you walk out, every time you're in church, every time you are at campus, every time you are in the streets, you find people that have something about you. You have people out there that can screen you and see the whole you. Now it's embarrassing.
Yes. Yes, 100%.
Just like me.
We on air.
Constitution what
you were innocent. Just like me, but me I was secondary.
Now I will tell you.
As a secondary nawe mama katonda wange
so we go back briefly here. Actually, back a bit. Nali nyingira. No, I had already entered a university. I think I was doing my final year. I was supposed to leave the country. So what happened is that where I was studying from, Bagalao, I had signed up for my degree, Nebagalao, theological school, Nebagalao. Me, I can't do certificates, I can't do, my thing is not a diploma. That's not what I want. I want a degree in theology. So I applied 3 universities, 2 in the US, 1 in Singapore. As the US, Nebanyima, Singapore, Nebantwala. And so before I left, I said ngenda kola chi kuvaawo nga nyanju day.
Very intentional.
Yes.
Very intentional.
So today ku proposal, then today mu kwanjula. So proposal, I was talking about the proposal. So proposal, I went to my pastor then. Nemugamba nti, again I'm trying to avoid messes even in church. Nemugamba, there is a young lady in church that I love. Nayenga nobody knows. I'd not told her. I did not tell anybody. So I went to him. There is somebody that I love in the church. Ato Muntono is of course your person. This is your church. This is your sheep.
Yeah.
So I've come to seek your counsel and guidance.
Yes.
And I was waiting for him to tell me either no or stop or don't go ahead. You know what the man of God told me?
What did he say?
He told me 2 years ago, I was praying in the morning in my closet, and the Lord gave me more of like a vision, a dream. And I saw both of you holding your hands like this and walking down the aisle. When the man of God said that,
what if he had said otherwise? I've not seen you and he said no.
If he had said no, by the way, for us, we tried to be very obedient people. Kubanga, like I told you, life had beaten me a bit.
Yeah.
Katingawo, you want to follow the counsel and the guidance of people. And the reason I went to him is because he was my pastor, because I knew that he had good judgment.
Yeah.
And if he had said no, I would not proceed. The only loss that would happen is that it would be on my end and I would feel bad. But this one would not feel bad. Kubatamani. She doesn't know. I never told her. Nobody else would feel bad because nobody else knows.
Don't you think at some particular point, now that we need to talk about that, don't you think that most times men of God at some times mislead young people in terms of that? Some say no to something that would have been beautiful, and some say yes to something that should have not been.
Correct. You're right 100%, and I think there needs to be judgment here.
Yeah.
And even men of God, let us be men of God. You know, bubanga tochiwulira, tell the person, you know what? Sichiwulira, but this is, don't just say no, or don't just say the Lord is not in this thing. Has the Lord really spoken to you? Because
waliwo yangambako man of God nangamba nze king byonna tubikola sabira bafu gwe nasabirako gwe nagezaako kusabira nga mulwadde yafa bufu kati kyo nenkita mbuulira njiri yange ate mukama nkozesezaayo
now
mulimu bye sitambaala.
Now
I don't want to say that I don't.
Yes, so now when I went bwekingamba ekyo nengamba nesoka, I was a bit shocked. Nangamba no, if you think I'm not telling you the truth, we were in his office at home, at his home.
Yeah.
We were at his home. So naita muchala we nagamba jangu come, because the day I had that vision, that very morning after prayer, I called my wife Nimugamba. As I was praying, I saw Henry and Pamela walking down the aisle.
Wow.
So the wife came and was a witness. But whoever my office, I called her.
No
same
rumba.
day.
Yeah, same day.
Now I had the confidence.
Yeah.
So I called her and I said, I need to see you this evening. Naja, I think I arrived earlier than her. Then said I set up 2 chairs under a jambula tree. They were plastic chairs.
Yeah.
Naja natula nange nentula.
Nemugamba kalira.
Nemugamba, now you know I want to tell you something.
Yeah.
I love you. And I'm interested in you, and I want to marry you. Yali proposal yafe.
Bigambo bisatu nga tewali budde.
Jambula tree teyali na mu season. There was no jambula. There was no flower that I would give her a flower. There was no nothing, no money, no nothing. And I just told her, you know, I'm interested in you. I love you.
Yeah.
I want to marry you.
I'm asking for another proposal.
Yeah. But we need a proposal.
Maybe on this 20th. Maybe on this 20th.
I have done things. She arrived. Labayo. She arrived at the airport one time in Kigali, in Rwanda.
Yes.
In public. Nengwa kutaka bwenti.
No fukamira.
And people were like, who is this guy? Who is this lady? Why is it Debbie Muni? We were in the US, in the United States of America. And you are proposing in America.
Tetuli bangi.
Byonna nkola ebintu ebyewuunyisa. Ebyewuunyisa. Tuli mu bookstore, a very big bookstore. It's called what? It's called about something. I can't remember. But a very big bookstore. Oklahoma.
Ekyo ekyakozesa proposal nga seminar. Oleesa obutebe bubiri. Tewali mazzi, tewali sweet, jambula tali mu season. Wali otegeeza.
So now, what did you say? What was your mind when he proposed like that?
Like I told you, yali azza ntwala process by process. My fears originally were, this guy is young.
Yes.
how is he had no money, like we've said. There was no money. He was needy. He was being housed by somebody. So there was nothing. And those are things that you girls want to show. Maybe you tell your friend, oh, Bambi, so and so proposed to me. I naturally know. I naturally. Yes. And so my fears were, how will my friends look at it? How will my friends who we hang out with see this thing? This young guy has no money, and then I tell them now this. First of all, even my parents, my guardians, bagamba ntia, but yali process by process. So the night when he called me, said, I want to see you tomorrow, I said, because remember I told you I had suspected something. His actions were, he was too nice. But when I asked him what is going on, he said, nothing is going on. Even while I was at school, abruptly omuntu akukubira esimu nga talina na kyakugamba. I just called to say hello.
So now this confirms that women always know the suitors. Just mwebuza.
Yes. So the night when he called me, I knew, deep in me, I knew now this guy.
This is it.
Waliwo kyagenda okungamba. So the whole day I was thinking, I wasn't settled where I was now what is going to happen, but he was a good guy. I had seen him in church. I joined the church when he was already there. He had taught me some of the discipleship classes, because we used to have discipleship. Because he used to teach classes in the discipleship program that we had, and I would sit in his classes. Sometimes I would go back to university because I was living on campus, and I would come back and he's teaching. So I had just generally liked his character as a person. He was a good person. Na yecha age ne sente nga tewali Yes, how do you talk? So that whole day I spent that day restless. I was praying, I was saying, God. So it was to my surprise that when he proposed, I didn't think. I just said yes. I didn't.
When he proposed on that day, you didn't think about it. You didn't ask for more time to pray.
No.
Not to even reflect about it.
No.
Let me think about it. Let me first think about it.
But you have forgotten before you ask that question. You have forgotten. Ojukira nti nabagambye, which I started praying in senior 2. So this is actually by the time she said yes. So her saying yes is not because maybe I was really nice, but I believe it was because of those prayers for those many years.
Up to now, you haven't realized why you said yes instantly. Are there things that you look back and no gamba one? Are there signs that probably you now come to truth to and like yes, probably the reason why I said yes instantly. Nange nali nkubidwa ngolule nsobola duleka. It was purely divine.
No,
it was just swept off.
No, it wasn't. I had liked him. I had liked his relationship with God, how he carries himself. He hadn't pressured me. He hadn't told me anything. He had even visited my home many times. Even my relatives were, oh no, guy, you'll be sick. But you know, I had really liked him. And when he proposed to me, who more than somebody who you know is grand, of course, sent it a ziriwo. We even didn't know when will this thing mature. We just started a relationship. We actually thought it would take us like 5 years or more to get married. But God put speed in the thing, and it didn't take as much time as we thought that it would. So I had liked him. I liked that he loved God. I liked his character. I liked all those things. The money wasn't there, and these other physical things. He was handsome. He is, as you can see. Yes. So I was just. Yes.
After accepting him formally, were there fears and uncertainties along the way between the period you accepted and to the period that you married? Did you look back and like, did I really say yes? Did I really say, am I really serious about this?
Yes, actually, then after I thought about now my friends, how am I, now my parents, how am I going to tell them this person? This person is still in school. Umaze ya chasoma ogenda bagambo tia. What is going to happen? How are they going to respond? How are they going to react? I thought about those things, but after I had said yes, I had already said yes. So God dealt with those things, and because people knew Him, of course, my parents were concerned. They were like, but in fact, I remember my uncle then, he told me, now, you know, this person is still studying, you're finished. Maybe you're going to start working, he's not. Things like taking you out, you may be the one taking him out. He told me point blank, and I respect him for that. He told me, said, but it's okay. But you know all those things are going to come.
Are coming your way.
Yes, they are coming your way. But being the person that he is, he's very progressive. He likes to work. He likes to do. So I didn't really feel that pressure of I have to take him out. He made sure he was the man in the relationship. Even when he was still a student, he made sure he would do. So if he used to work, he does jobs when he's on holiday, he does this, he does the other. Yes. But that is the kind of person that he is. So it wasn't a difficult thing. The rest of my friends, we dealt with them, and because they knew him, they also loved him, and they accepted him quickly.
Musumba, we want to help young people out there.
Yes, sir.
We want to, in these minutes that we have and in the next other, this looks and feels like a beautiful love story, much made in heaven, which it is, honestly speaking. But again, the 20 years of working together, young married couple, we want to talk about the beautiful things in there, and then also go to the challenges that you probably have faced. So that someone else there atawulide kinyegenyege sawa zino nalumba omukyala msingo obukulu nga talina amuwadde ate 10 mweno era oba tawulide kinyegenyege nayagala akwane awase either agement or older or younger in this era. As in, we want to find out, and of course 20 years you've pastored a church, you pastor a church, you've seen relationships, you've seen people, you've had stories and stuff like that. These 20 years growing up, as what are the most beautiful things in there? The most beautiful things so far that you look at and like, this is the best decision I made because this I was able to actually achieve and stuff like that.
All right, thank you very much. Now, I think before I go into the 20 years, if you'll allow me.
Yes, sir.
So, of course, you know, I've told you what I've told you.
Yeah.
I did the Kwanjula before I left for my studies. So
anyway, family.
And I did my, I know that's a whole story.
Yeah.
So I did my studies, I did my degree. The year I was supposed to graduate, Ngamaze, I had finished.
Yeah.
Was supposed to graduate, I think it was September or something like that. I said, no, me, I'm done. I need to go back to Uganda. Because that very year, December, is when I wanted to get married. So I talked to the dean.
So even when you proposed, you didn't touch the constitution?
No, I did not.
No, he did actually. Was it via Bluetooth? The man was abroad.
No.
Yeah. Relationship.
The suspect was in Uganda, then the victim was in Singapore.
So yes. Of course I came back, and then that's when the wedding happened. December that very year. Kati ya constitution wetwagikwatako.
Wow.
Yeah. December that year.
But that's when you get married.
Yeah, that's when we got married. We got married. We actually, God is amazing. Like my wife told you.
Yeah.
God is amazing. So we were supposed to get married on the 10th of December. Our rings said 10th December, but we actually got married on the 3rd of December. And the whole story behind that is that while I was the other side, while you were about 2 years of just planning everything and putting everything together. So by June, July of that very year, everything for our wedding was covered. Everything, including honeymoon. So ngendo kudda nga there is nothing. We are not looking for money. We are not looking for nothing. Like we had everything going on. So nenkola ntya nenkoma kati ngamba pastor wange nemugamba pastor, everything is said. We had our reception at the Uganda Museum. By that time, that was a very powerful
that was a real
place.
deal. Yeah.
So we had over 750 people at our reception.
Wait, Uganda Museum?
No, out. Yali Wabweru, garden, in the garden.
Yeah. 20 years ago.
Yes.
My goodness.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
So, I told my pastor, I said, look, we have everything. Is it okay for us to pull the debt down now that I've even come back early? Awo kati awo kiwedde awo kifudde gumikiriza ekimala makula matuufu. Yes, correct. So the pastor said, yeah, it's okay, we can change it, but at that point we had paid almost all service providers,
yes,
decorators, Uganda Museum, everybody. So all service providers said it's okay. Just tell us the date that you want, then we will adjust. The only problem we had was the venue, because that time it was a big deal to have your reception there.
Yeah.
It was fully booked.
Wow.
All the way. There was only one weekend that was open, and that was the 3rd of December. So we only brought the wedding down 1 week. Otherwise, we'd have brought it down a couple of months.
Wow.
So now moving to what you're saying.
Yes.
In there, you're talking about the beautiful things. Is that
the
correct?
beautiful things. Let's just do this real quick, then we come back and talk about the beautiful things and then the challenges.
Yeah.
We help jumpstart your day like this.